Alright, hello there guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you all of my process and all of the techniques that I use to create this design. To dive into the design, for me it's always doing a little research. The two websites that I usually use for resource inspiration are Pinterest and Cosmos. So I used to keep it, for me, like one piece of art up to 3 is a sweet spot for me. So after I do my research, I find out that I want to use these two colors plus black, my color palette for this design. I can make them smaller right here. My next step is to put some guidelines layout so I don't get lost. Let me name this color, maybe blue. Let's disappear that. Now let's start with the layout, maybe gray for now. First piece I want it to be around here, right in the center, but this one might be a bit closer to the edge. Over here I want two things, add like an illustration plus some text. So let's clone it, make it a bit smaller, not this like that. Let's clone this. I would like some text at the bottom crossing from one side to the other, and we can keep it separate for now. And on this side I'd like some photos. I'm thinking about 4 photos. Let's keep it like that. Let's see how it's looking. I did like this idea, but I noticed that there is like a bit empty gap here, and even if I move everything to the middle, it will kind of look still like empty on all of the corners. So let's add something right here, and once we got our layout we can start designing. So maybe a photo here. Illustration is going to be right there. We can delete this. Well, I can delete this one. Let's bring the colors real quick and change the illustration to this bluish. Let's hide them again. And on this big rectangle is going to be the text. Maybe make rectangle bits just a tiny bit like that. Bring this there. Let's erase the rectangle. Let's get rid of it. And the background, let's bring the colors. Solid color, this green. We can hide this. Get this. Let's get rid of the rectangle and bring it up so we can see it. Lyrics, maybe a bit, just a tiny bit down. And now let's start filling these rectangles with photos. This is going to be the first one. Let's bring it here. Make it smaller so it fits better. Next photo. Let's make it smaller. It's way too big to fit there. Next photo. Let's make it smaller. All I'm trying to do here is just trying to make the photo fit the frame. Alright, that is perfect. And last, the illustration. Alright, that is perfect. Now that we already have like the base idea, all we gotta do is so we can start just adding textures and trying to fix anything that needs to be fixed. And we see we don't have any layers that we don't need right now. Maybe this background one, and we're not gonna be masking this one, so let's delete the layer mask. Let's block this one just in case we're going to be using the colors. Leave that one. Alright, all of the layers that we got we do need, so let's start making textures. And let's make sure that the secondary one is the bluish. Let's get rid of that. Let's get to the first photo. Filter gallery. The textures or filters that I'm going to be using is halftone pattern and grain. So the halftone, the size gonna be 2, contrast 50, and the grain intensity 7, contrast 68. We can press OK, and pretty much it's gonna be the same for each of the photos. This one I think is way too heavy. Let's make it 1. Let's try to play with the size. Over here there's not a lot of change, so maybe something like that. That's perfect. Let's go to the next one, filter gallery. This one, since it's not very detailed, is going to be a bit harder, but we can play around with it. Let's try to make it like that. That is perfect. Third photo. Right, that's first try. And last one. This one is going to be a bit harder too. I think 74. I kind of want to like the shadows or the light source hit a bit of the hand, so it doesn't look just like a stamp. So it's separated. That's perfect for me. Okay, this looks good. Alright, we're pretty much set with this. Let's bring it all the way to the top. Opacity, I pretty much always use it to like on the 20s, so you can see it, but I much rather to be like subtle than all the way up, so the greens start to look like weird, the blacks start to look gray, and you can see that the blue kind of colors start to look like much more like gray. So maybe on 23. Let's block it. Let's get the next texture. Let's bring it down. Once you place it, your texture, if it's black on white, just make it multiply so you can see the colors. And the next texture, and we don't need the colors anymore. And this was my design process and how I came up with this idea. If you enjoyed the video, consider like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you got any question or anything else that you'd like to see. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.